Hi, this is Simon Candy from AcousticGuitarLessonsOnline.net, and in today's lesson we're going to learn how to fingerpick guitar in 6/8 time. So fingerpicking in 6/8 time is very common. There are many songs that are in 6/8 time that we can fingerpick. And to begin, we're going to look at 6/8 time just in isolation on a fundamental level so that you can understand what that is exactly. Then I'll show you three basic patterns, common patterns that you can practice that are in 6/8 time. We'll also look at three examples of 6/8 time being fingerpicked in songs, including Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen, The House of the Rising Sun by the Animals, and Metallica's Nothing Else Matters. I'll also show you how you can train the 6/8 fingerpicking so it becomes part of your playing and you can use it freely. So let's get to it. So what is 6/8 time? So if we just go back to 4/4 time for a moment, 4/4 time, which is common time, the most common time, 4, the top 4 or the top number, I should say, in the time signature is how many beats in the bar. And the bottom number in a time signature is how much is each beat worth. So in 4/4 time, we have 4 beats to each bar, of course, and each beat is worth a quarter note. That's what the bottom 4 is representing. So in 6/8 time, we have 6 beats in the bar. Each beat is worth an 1/8 note. So 6/8 time, okay? So we count 6/8 time simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The thing to be aware of here that's really important with 6/8 time is there is an accent on 1, the first beat, and the 4th beat, and you get this sort of swing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or a little bit like it's like a waltz, you know, think of a dance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you're playing in 6/8, you really want to feel that accent, or what is referred to as a pulse. So when you start working with 6/8, you're thinking of each beat, most likely, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and counting it out and so forth. And that's great to do. You could do this to a metronome. Just spend time with 6/8 time. I would recommend a metronome. Put it on 6/8 time at a comfortable tempo and just tap along to it. And on most metronomes, you can accent different beats. So accent the 1st and the 4th, and just tap along and absorb and internalize the feel of 6/8 time. Once you start to get it, it simplifies down to just feeling the pulse. You'll just start to really feel that accented 1 and 4. Of course, you can divide it into the 2 groups of 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but you'll really start to just feel the pulse. So let's have a look at the first pattern, which is going to be very simple. We're simply going to pluck up from the 6th string to the 3rd, to the 2nd, to the 1st, back to the 2nd, back to the 3rd. That's the string order. 6, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to lightly mute the strings out. Just touch my fretting hand on the strings just to mute them all out so we can just focus on the pattern and the picking hand. Again, it's 6, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. And to put the time to it, 6/8 time, it would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you want to accent a little bit the 1 and the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can really exaggerate the accent if you like to really sort of absorb the feel, to internalize that feel of 6/8 time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's apply that to a chord progression. So I'm going to take a chord progression here, simple common chord progression in A minor. We're going to play A minor, F major 7, C, and G chords. And we're just going to apply that pattern to this chord progression. On the A minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, so we're going from the 5th string because we're going to adapt the pattern, of course, to the chord, and the root note of the A minor is on the 5th string. The other thing I'm going to do here, which is common, on the last beat of the bar, the 6th beat, I'm going to lift and get ready to go to the F chord, and as a result I'll end up getting the open 3rd string there instead of the 2nd fretted note that's in the A minor chord. That's going to sound perfectly fine and is actually going to make for a smoother change. If we stay right till the end with the finger down, we can do it. It's not that you can't do it, but it can make it a little easy to make that change. And it's very common. It's not really a shortcut that takes away from the music. It's just an option that you can do. And I'll do that here. So we're going on the A minor. And then we're going to go down to the F major 7. Now F major 7, the root note is on the 4th string, so I pluck from the 4th, but it's still the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, I'm going to play that open G, lift just on the last beat of the bar, to then go to C. And that G is already in the C chord, so no need to lift early there. Or we can lift early there, but we can still get the last note of the chord. And then we go to G, which also has that G note in it. Okay, so that's our progression. Because I sort of was emphasizing the open G on the A minor and F major 7 chords, it might sound a little odd to you when I'm sort of breaking it down, but we'll hear it all together now and you'll see how it works. So here's that progression with our 6/8 finger picking pattern. Okay, so an example of this pattern used in a song would be House of the Rising Sun by the Animals, in the same key that we're in here, A minor, and it actually does lift some of these chords early and using the same approach I was just talking about with the open string in between the chords, just to make for a smoother change. So House of the Rising Sun, it's got a little bit of a variation in the rhythm, but I'm just going to keep it straight here, okay, just for the purpose of our video here. So 1, 2, 3, it's on the A minor, on the C, on the D, and the F, A minor, C, and it goes to the E major chord. Okay, pattern 2 is going to include some attacks on the offbeat. So this pattern is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and. So the strings I'm hitting, just the string order here is 6, 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 2. Okay, 6, 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 2. So you can just forget the 6/8 time initially and just get that combination down. It's really important to break down the elements here. Okay, but once you've got that, then we want to put the 6/8 time to it. So it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and. Let's put that to the same chord progression here. That would sound something like this. We'd have the A minor, the F, C, and the G. Okay, I'm not lifting the finger away this time with the A minor, so it's just right up, because that last note of the A minor is also in the F chord, so it makes for a smooth change. Also in the C chord, so it makes for a smooth change. And here for the G, I'm just going to go to a G that is going to involve my 3rd finger on the G on the 6th string and my pinky on the G 2 octaves higher on the 1st string, and then apply the pattern, okay? And in terms of a song that has this kind of finger picking pattern in it, more or less, it will vary a little bit, is Nothing Else Matters, Metallica. So let me just play a little bit of that for you. That sort of thing. Okay, something like that. So it's got some variations, but it's got this 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6 and. Right, it's got that sort of same rhythm. The pattern in the fingers is a bit different, but it's an example of where you're hearing a similar sort of rhythm. So the third pattern is going to go back to just playing on the beat, but we're going to be playing some notes together at the same time. So if we just go through the string order here and the mechanics of the pattern before putting it to the 6/8 time, we have the thumb playing the 6th and 4th strings, the index playing the 3rd, so all separate notes, and then the top 2 strings together with the ring and middle fingers. Then we play the thumb on the 4th string again, and then the 3 fingers, index, middle, and ring, pluck the top 3 strings together. So we get the thumb, thumb, index, ring and middle together, thumb, index, middle, and ring together. And if we put it to our time, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, we're wanting to continually feel the accent or the pulse on 1 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. And it's important to note that we're not wanting to bash away on 1 and 4. I mean, we can exaggerate it, as I said earlier, to really sort of drive it home. But it's also being a little lighter on the non-accented beats. If you do that, then you get more of a discrepancy or more of a contrast between the accented beat and non-accented beats. So it's not just about playing really loud on the accented beats, it's being softer on the others. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As I said in the introduction, I think I said, 6/8 time is often associated with like a waltz. And so let's do a progression that is kind of got that flavor to it. So we're going to use the chords G, we're going to play B7, we're going to play C, we're going to come back to our G, then we're going to go to A7, D7, and then we've got a little turnaround here, G, E7, A minor 7, D7. Okay, they're our chords. And we're going to apply this pattern. And we're going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, B7, C, 2, 4, back to G, to A7, D7, then the G, E7, A minor 7, and the D7. We need to adapt the pattern to fit the chord. That's always going to need to be the case. So on the G it's as is because it's a root 6 chord. On the B7 we simply move to the 5th string with the thumb, but everything else remains the same, as is the case on the C. And on the G, then we go to A7, so back to the 5th string. Now when we get to D7, it's a little different because we've got to pluck from the 4th string. So it feels more comfortable to me to slightly alter the pattern and play up with just single fingers for the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back to thumb, and then the 3 together. So we're not playing 2 notes together, we're just playing 3 on the last beat of the bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now when we get to the last 2 bars of our progression here, we've got 2 chords per bar. So we're going to adapt the pattern a little bit to fit that. So on the G, we're going to play the thumb, 2 thumbs, and then the 3 fingers together. That takes care of the G for the first half of the bar. 1, 2, 3. We do the same on E7 because it's a root 6 chord. A minor we do from the 5th string, and the D we do from the 4th string. So because we're going from the 4th string with the D7 here, like before, we need to adapt it a little bit further, and I'm just going to play thumb, index, and then my middle and ring fingers will pluck the top 2 strings. Okay, so it's slightly different on the D7 there. So just that progression one more time. We've got the G, B7, the C, back to the G, A7, D, and the G, and there's our turnaround on the G, E7, A minor 7, and D7. Now an example of a song that uses a similar sort of approach in that we're playing some notes together would be Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen, and I'm going to reference the Jeff Buckley version here, very famous version of the song. So we're capoed at the 5th fret, and we're going to play the chords G to E minor, but we're going to keep these top 2 notes on top. So they're common to both G and E minor, so it's an E minor 7 chord actually. And then we'll see that C and D open chords come into the progression as well. But it goes like this. Right, that's that initially. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. So notes together on the top, and then it goes to a C, D, back to the G, and the D, and then back again. So just an example of a song that's not the exact pattern, but it's using a similar element that we were doing in ours of playing notes together. If you like this video, you'll love this ebook complete with video examples called 10 melodic fingerpicking patterns you can learn in 10 minutes or less. Do you struggle to make the fingerpicking patterns you learn on guitar sound like music? Perhaps it's because you believe in one or more of these fingerpicking pattern myths. 1. You need to know a lot of patterns to have your fingerpicking sound musical. 2. Only advanced fingerpicking patterns sound musical. Easy patterns are too basic to sound any good. Or 3. There is a magic pattern out there somewhere that once found will finally have your fingerpicking sound the way you want it to. None of these myths are true. This is because fingerpicking patterns alone are not musical. They're technical. It's what you do with the patterns that will determine how musical they sound. In this ebook, you learn how to make the most boring fingerpicking patterns sound amazing instantly. Plus, the simple trick to make advanced fingerpicking patterns easier to play, and the thumb and one finger trick that's so simple and will have your fingerpicking sounding pro in no time. Click the link in the description below this video and download your free ebook complete with video examples, 10 melodic fingerpicking patterns you can learn in 10 minutes or less. You'll have it in your inbox within minutes. Let me know in the comments below what acoustic guitar topics you'd like to see covered in future videos. I'd love to hear from you. I read the comments and I do replies, so don't be shy, drop us a line. A lot of the things I have suggested to me do become videos, so if you want something, ask and you may just receive it. If you like this video, then hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and of course hit the notification bell button so YouTube can tell you when I've released a new video, which is every single week. Thank you so much for being here. This is Simon Candy from AcousticGuitarLessonsOnline.net. As always, I really do appreciate you taking the time to check out my videos. I hope they help you out, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.